Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So in this video we will discuss about chapter 6 tissue. Okay. So from the last chapter we have in the last chapter we have discussed about the cell, the fundamental unit. Okay. And in this video we will discuss about the tissue. Okay. The group of cell is called tissue. So let's start this chapter. From the last chapter, we recall that all living organisms are made up of cell. Okay, in last chapter we have discussed about that all living organisms are made up of cell. And in unicellular organisms, a single cell perform all the basic function. Obviously, if the organism have only one cell, then the one cell is responsible for all the functions. And for example, in amoeba, okay. In amoeba, there is only one cell. A single cell carries out movement. Okay, movement, intake of food, and also gaseous exchange and exudation. Okay, these are the function of cell that a single cell perform. Okay, and also a multicellular. But in multicellular organism, there are millions of cells. Most of these are cells specialized to carry out specific function. It means the most of the cell are have a specified function, that these are only used for the respiration. These are only responsible for the exchange of gaseous exchange. Okay, each specialized function is taken by a different group of cell. Okay, it means the each specialized cell are having the different different group of cell. It means there is a specialist function, like a cell is working for respiration, that I have already told. Okay, different cell have different function. Okay, since this cell carry out only a particular function, they do it very efficiently. It means they do any particular function, and they do it very efficiently. In human being, muscle cells contract and relax to cause movement. It means there is a muscle cell who are responsible for the contraction and relaxation to cause movement. Okay, nerve cell carry out messages, but blood cell flow to transport oxygen, food, hormones, carbon dioxide, and waste material, and so on. Okay. In plants, vascular tissue conduct food and water. It means vascular tissue, like vascular bundle. There are two vascular bundle present in plant cell, that is xylem and phloem. They both are responsible for the transport of food and water. So both, not only xylem is responsible for water and minerals from the ground, and the phloem is responsible for the transport of food to one part to another part of the plant. Okay, so multicellular organisms, so division of the liver. It means the multicellular organisms, so the division of liver. It means some cells are divided to perform different function, and some are from two different function. Specializing in one function are often grouped together in the body. It means they specialized cell often together in the body, and they function and they perform functions, different functions. This means that a particular function is carried out by a cluster of cell and definite place in the body. It means it is clear that there is a carried out by cluster cell have the particular function is carried out by only cluster of cell at a definite place in the body. It means different place or a particular place in our body. This cluster of cell called a tissue. It means there is a cluster of cell called tissue. Is arranged and designed so as to give the highest possible efficiency of function. It means it is arranged to give highest possible efficiency of function. Blood, sperm, and muscle are all example of tissue. A group of cells that are similar in structure or work together to achieve a particular function forms a tissue. It means a group of cells to perform a same function and achieve a particular function form a tissue. It means that type of cluster is called tissue. Are plant and animal made of same types of tissue? Let's see. It is a question that is plant or animals are made up of only one type of same type of tissue. Okay, So let us compare their structure and functions. Do plant and animal have the same structure? Do they both perform similar function? No. Animal organism have different structure, and plant have also different types of structure. There are noticeable differences between the two. Okay. Plants are stationary or fixed. It means the plants are stationary or fixed in a place, and they do not move. Obviously, how can a plant move from here to anywhere? And since they have to be upright, they have a large quantity of supportive tissue. It means they have a large quantity of supportive tissue. Okay. And the supportive tissue generally had a dead cell. It means the cell that is supporting to the plant tissue, it is generally dead cells. Animal on the other hand move around in search of food, but plant cannot move. Mate and shelter, they consume more energy as compared to plant. It means human needs more energy as compared to plant, because animal have to move here and there to in the search of food, shelter. Okay. But plant take this all the things at a in a fixed place, like they get water from the ground, they get light from the sunlight. Okay. And many things that the plant and animal get. So that's why animal need more energy to survive. Most of the tissue they contain are living. It means most of the tissues are living also, but in plants are generally dead. Okay. Sorry, this is we are talking about the, what we can say, animal cell. That animal tissue are mostly living, but in plant cell it is dead cell. So it is generally dead. And plant in the pattern of growth, the growth in plant is limited to certain regions. It means if we talk about the plants and animals in the growth pattern of growth, then the growth of plant is limited to certain region, but while this animals, so not in animals. Okay. There are some tissue in plant that divide throughout their life. It means there are some tissue is also available in plant that divide throughout life. Okay. Like you can say meristem tissue. Various plant tissue can be classified as growing or meristematic tissue. Here is and permanent tissue is a permanent. Obviously, the name is given that permanent, that it is always permanent. Cell growth in animal is more uniform, but in animal the cell in the animal is mainly growth of cell in animal is uniform. So there is no such demarcation of dividing and non-dividing region in animal. It means there are also many dividing and non-dividing parts of animals. Demarcation. The structural organization of an organ and an organ system is far more specialized and localized in complex animal than even in very complex plant. It means the structural organization of organ and organ systems is far more specialized, localized in the complex animal than even in very complex plant. It means there are many structural organization is far often to the more specialized in the complex animal, and also in the and then very in the complex plant. This fundamental difference reflects the different modes of life pursued by these two major groups of organisms. It means there are these are the difference between the animal cell and plant cell, particularly in their different feeding methods and also in their feeding methods. Also, they are differently adapted for a sensory existence. On one hand, plant and active locomotion, and the other hand, animal contributing to this different organ system design. It means they are also divided in the different feeding methods, and also adaptation in the differently adapted like animal cells are contributing this difference in the organ system design, but in plant they have active locomotion. It is with reference to this complex animal and plant bodies that we will now talk about the concept of tissue in some detail. Okay. Let's see. This one is the activity. Now first one is the growth of plant occurs only in certain specific region. It means the plant growth is a certain in the part, like we'll see in figure later. This is because the dividing of tissue, also known as meristematic tissue. It means the meristematic tissue present in some part of plant, so that's why there is a not a sorry that's why there is a only certain specific reason will be grow and this is because yes, and depending on the region where they are present, meristematic tissue are classified as apical, lateral and intercalary. Okay, it means the meristem are divided into three parts, like on the location, like this one is a lateral, intercalary, and on the top it is called apical meristem. New cells produced by meristem are initially like those of meristem itself. It means a new cell produced by only meristem tissue, and meristem initially like those of meristem itself, but as they grow and mature, their characteristics slowly change and they become differentiated and of component of other tissue. It means they grow and mature their characteristics slowly and change their and also change their they become differentiated after growing. Okay. Apical meristem is present at the growing tips of the stem. It means which one is growing tips? This one is growing tip in the upward direction, so it is present on the top and increase the length of the stem and also the root. The width of the stem or root increases due to lateral meristem. It means cambium. It means there is a width, it is only due to lateral meristem. Okay. Intercalary meristem seen in some plants is located near the node. It means intercalary meristem is located near the node of plant. Okay. Cell of the meristem tissue are very active. It means the meristem tissue cell are very active. Okay. Now they have dense cytoplasm and also thin cell walls. Okay. And prominent nuclei also. They lack vacuoles, okay? And can we think why they would lack vacuoles? Can we think? You might want to refer to the function of vacuoles in this chapter, in the chapter on cell. It means we understand all the chapter like what is the function of vacuole? To vacuole store the wastage material and also increase the surface area of plant and permanent tissue. And now we are talking, if we talk about the permanent tissue, then here is a question that what happened to the cell formed meristematic tissue? It means if the all the plant are made up of only meristematic tissue, then what happens? Okay, they take up their specific role and lose the ability to divide, and as a result, they perform a permanent tissue. It means they take up a specific role and also lose the ability to divide, and as a result, they form a permanent tissue. This process of taking up a permanent shape, size and a function is called differentiation. It means the process is to taking up the permanent shape, size and a function is called a differentiation, and differentiation leads to the development of various type of permanent tissue. It means it is a it leads to the development of various types of permanent tissue. Okay. Now this is the figure of xylem and phloem. This green one is phloem and this red looking like a watermelon. section of a stem. This one is a vascular bundle. This one. This green part is, and this is the figure of, if we take one part, and this is the big, okay, critical epidermis. This one is epidermis. After that, this one is a phloem, which is, this one is green part, okay. Next, in permanent tissue, there are two types of tissue, like simple permanent tissue and second one is complex permanent tissue. So first we have to read the simple permanent tissue. And here next one is complex permanent tissue, okay. It both are the types of permanent tissue, and types of meristem tissue is apical, intercalary, and what? Lateral meristem, okay. And this is the figure of phloem. This is a single figure of phloem and vessel. This one is a xylem parenchyma and this one is trachea, okay. We will read this. And this one is about the animal tissue. We have also read about the animal tissue, that in animal tissue there are also many tissue like epithelial tissue, connective tissue, okay. Like we can say connective tissue, it includes bloods, okay. Blood, lymph, and muscular tissue, that is responsible for the relaxation and contraction of our body and also help in the movement. Responsible for movement in our body. Next one is our nervous system, that it cell possesses the ability to respond stimuli. It means it helps us to, what we can say, respond anything, like it helps mainly it helps to message to the brain, give the message to the to the brain, okay. And we have also, sorry, this one is the last one, that is a nerve tissue. Before this we have to read about the muscular tissue and the connective tissue, epithelial tissue. These are the animal tissue which we have to read, that is epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. And in the permanent tissue there are two types of tissue, what we can say, simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. And in meristem tissue there are three types of tissue, like apical, this one, yes, lateral, intercalary, and apical. Apical helps us to grow, it is present in the top of the stem and it helps us to grow upward in direction. It increases the stem and root, and also the we can say mainly you can, overall you can say that it increases the size of plant in upward direction. This is the activity that is related to the meristematic tissue, okay. Only we have nothing to do, we have only take a 2 glass jar of and fill them with water, and now take 2 onion bulbs like this, and we have to put inside the water. And one day for cut the root tip of the onion bulb in jar to about 1 centimeter. About this, observe the growth of root in both jar and measure their length each day for 4 days and record the observation in the tables, okay. This one is the observation that if you want to do, you can do it. That we have to only take 2 jars and fill it up with the water, and take 2 onion bulbs and put it in the glass, and and a day after day we have to cut the roots of this one. We have to cut, and we have to observe that how many days it grow up, like from here, and so we have to only put the data that is it is a growing up, the growth of this type of roots in the onion bulb, that we have to record in this given table, that is given in the box, that day first, day second, day third, day fourth, and we have to check the result to day 5. And this one is the question that from the from the above this one activity. And now this one is the 3 question, that which of the 2 onion has a longer root and why do the roots continue the growing even after we have the removed root. If we do this activity, we will get these answer. Okay, so I hope you understand this video, and we will start the simple permanent tissue in the next video, because we have to read more and more this. So for better understand, we have to we will discuss about the simple permanent tissue and the complex tissue and the rest of the animal tissue in the next videos. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.